So we have some interesting backstories now. For our two out of three main protagonists, or hopefully protagonists. Who knows? Who knows what will happen? I have a little bit more lore to go over for the world of Aethelgard. Um, Starting with the creatures that roam the underground labyrinths and carve out the worlds and what's the word? Not worlds. Carve out the tunnels that travel to the different cities. Starting with the creatures known as the Kuatoa. And the Kuatoa are basically a subterranean kind of fish people. The Kuatoa are enslaved by Aethelgard's mind flayers, and they are the ones that are enslaved. The males are enslaved to dig tunnels for the mind flayers of Aethelgard so that the mind flayers can capture different species and races of Aethelgard and get them underneath their control. It's been something that's been going on for centuries, if not millennia, the digging of these tunnels through the underground kind of subterranean nature of Aethelgardian cities. Because ever since the great submerge or whatever, the great divergence, I don't remember what I called it. Let me look at my notes. Sorry, DM, second. Need a second for DM. Let's see. What did I call it? The Great Submersion. Ever since the Great Submersion that happened roughly 5,000 years ago, which swallowed the entire world of Aethelgard back up into nothing but oceans, the Kuatoa have been digging for centuries, if not millennia, like previously mentioned, and still haven't made it fully to the Holy Land, which is known as the Dry Pit of Aethelgard. Some other little key factors. If anybody has questions, you can interject at any time.
Uh, yeah, so why are they digging so much? Like, why are they getting forced to dig?
Little is known about what the Mind Flayers are true intentions, but it is divulged, discussed that the Mind Flayers are trying to make it to the Dry Pit. The Dry Pit being a large, massive, almost completely clear land mass that is under the water but is guarded and protected and has vast treasures, or speculated to have vast treasures, deadly beasts to fight, and that of the sort. Speculation goes that the Mind Flayers are trying to take control of the deadly beasts living in the Dry Pit and take over the rest of Aethelgard.
So when the water rises at high tide,
Oh, yes, I should.
does the dry pit, sorry, does the dry
You're good.
pit stay um dry?
The dry pit stays dry even during high tide. Nobody knows how. It's also only speculated through storybooks because no person or creature or living being has gone to the dry pit and returned alive. Which I will now talk about the rest of the world kind of stuff. We're gonna go over Lunara and Terra, which are the twin moons of Aethelgard. Lunara and Terra, just kind of like the Earth moon, control the tides of the water. During high tide, the entire the entire ocean system submerges all of the water. Submerges all of the land mass back underneath the water, and Aethelgard has little to no above water land masses. Since everybody's been living underground for such a ridiculously long amount of time, nobody quite knows what land really means anymore. Now, during low tide, the seas retreat back into the core of Aethelgard, almost like they're being sucked up by some kind of giant vacuum system. And low tide remains for about a week before high tide kicks back in for 2 solid months or lunar cycles.